Welcome back to The More You Know. It is the March edition. Some people have been asking questions about Cool Road and Etta Road, so I figured it was time to do a Q&A for everyone. We will start with Cool Road. That project has been a long time coming now. We are being told by the construction company that was awarded the bid, Thomas Construction, that the project should start sometime in June, and it is due to be completed by October 31st. They're hopeful that the culvert will be delivered sometime in August. That project will cost a total of approximately $1.5 million to complete. Etta Road is still on the books to be done this construction season. The only thing we're waiting for is PennDOT to approve our engineered plans. So we don't have an exact date for Etta Road, but that bridge is going to be completely reconstructed. So that road will be closed when that happens. We will keep you posted. We don't have a date at this point for that yet. I'm super excited to let everyone know that we did get awarded a $1 million grant that Erie Waterworks did right on our behalf. We will be moving forward with the Kirsch Road Water Project and eliminating the municipal water system that exists there. We do not have exact dates for that yet. There's all kinds of things that need to happen prior to that. We're likely looking at 2024 for that to happen, although I don't have that exact answer for you. The project is estimated to cost about 1.3 million, although I'd be willing to bet that it's a touch more than that since some time has gone by since that estimate came in. So I do have a second grant out also that is for $1 million potentially, and there is a third grant opportunity through Penvest, and also Penvest offers a 1% interest loan, 1.3 I think it is, if we needed to borrow money from them. I'm hoping that is not the case, that we can actually do this entire project by grants. In case anybody's concerned, the project, it's not going to be a mandatory hookup for those along the alignment. The water is going to come from Cane Hill. It will come over Appleman Morehouse Road, and then shoot over Hartman to Kirsch. So all of those folks along that alignment will have the opportunity to tap into the system or not. The folks that are on the municipal system, that it will be mandatory for them to tap in, although there will be no cost associated with that for them. There are a ton of details that are not hashed out yet as far as how much it would cost those folks that are going to voluntarily hook up. We don't know any of those things yet until we get a closer look at what the actual costs are going to be as opposed to estimates. Call me if you've got questions, reach out. I'll be glad to answer anything that I can. There are just some things that can't be answered currently. So moving on, we will talk about the ARP funds and the DCED money that Representative Mirsky did get on the township's behalf. First, the ARP funds, that roughly there's about $235,700 that needs to be allocated by 2024. We as supervisors have been in discussions. The last discussion was at the work session for March, just talking about things, related to the survey and what would be appropriate to spend the ARP money on. We were approached by our fire chief, Don Urban Jr., with a project that he is pretty passionate about, and that is smoke detectors. And he was hoping that we could allocate some money and work in cooperation with Cool Hose Company to get each resident, each household in our township, one, if not two, smoke detectors. You're looking at anywhere from $30,000 to $60,000 for that. So we are proposing to allot Cool Hose Company $65,000 of the ARP funds. And then you can see here on the list, there are some other things we have been discussing. None of this is written in stone. None of this has even been voted on yet. That's going to happen at April's meeting, as far as I'm aware anyway. So we did discuss $2,000 each to go to the nonprofits that exist within our building. You can see those there. As well as, there was already money allotted for the engineering plans for the water project, and I am in the process of getting water samples that is required for one of the grants that I'm writing. so that actually has a cost to it as well. Potentially that money will be reimbursed once and if the grant is awarded. Um, so then the DCED money from Representative Mirsky, $32,000 automatically is allotted to the food pantry, the St. Boniface Food Pantry. As we were discussing all of the opportunities we had with this money, and as we, actually, I shouldn't say we, as John and the food pantry folks got estimates back on what they needed done to their room there, um, it's looking like their project is going to be well over $32,000. You can see from the pictures the ceiling is absolutely in need of being done. There's asbestos in those tiles, and so that's going to need to be abated and what have you. So we decided to discuss and propose for vote at our next meeting to give the St. Boniface Food Pantry $65,000. That would match then what we would be proposing to give to the Cool Hose Fire Department. So we thought that was a fair allocation. There are some other things we're looking to do with that that money. We wanted to, in Parks and Rec has been wanting to put up a brand new pavilion. There was a grant that was written that was going to assist with that we did not get. So that kind of changed plans with this money. That estimate for their pavilion was somewhere around the $230,000 mark, and it's just not feasible without a grant to spend all of this money on a pavilion when we really already have one good pavilion up there and one that is in need of some work. Anyway, so we're going to make some improvements, I think, to the grounds, as far as the pavement to the parking lot and the railings and barriers, but from the parking lot, separating that from the park itself and some other things. And that's an ongoing discussion. So is the ARP money. It's not all set in stone and it's not all allocated. So that's just general discussion that will be ongoing as time goes by. April meeting, we will also be discussing short-term rental ordinance, like an Airbnb, if that makes more sense to you. We are proposing to allow the Airbnb or short-term rentals in the residential limited business district. We will be talking about a weight limit ordinance for the roads. It will be a 20,000 pound weight limit on all of the roads in Green Township. We will be also discussing a shared use road ordinance. That's something I think there's a very old one on the books, if I'm not mistaken, but we are just updating that. Basically, all of the roads in Green Township will be designated as shared use roads. So there is a ton going on in the township. There's a ton of things that we're talking about. These are several of them. So April is sure to be a busy month. If you've got any other questions or if there's any topic you need to know the answer to, please reach out and let me know, and I'll see if I can't get that to you. Thanks.